Now let's make it a little more complicated. So let me save this one so we can have a reference for that. Call it 08 form from a reference file. And now what we want to do is create a multiple function so that if we are adding multiple combo boxes or we have multiple lists of elements, those will be a list inside of a list, right? So each one will have their own options and settings, and that can go or run multiple times to give us the selected values we are picking. So we're trying to get lists of lists. For doing that, we can use the same one 3 times. We don't need to go deeper on that. And we're gonna copy the function single combo box so that it will become much more complexer. This function is gonna be called multiple combo box form. And instead of having just a CB list, we're gonna have 2 lists that it's gonna be called names and CB combo box lists. The title one is gonna remain the same, but the labels and the combo boxes are gonna be reframed on the same location. So this one should be something like this, right? First change we need to make is that we want to go for all variables, all possible variables from the labels. So if we have 6 values going from names, we want to create the combo boxes of the 6 lists that we have inside of it. So easy way to do it, we're going to do something like this, that it's called for a in. We can call it for each particular element and add an X value, but since we want to know how many elements we have a range len names. So function range len names, it's going to count how many values we have, and that's going to give us a number specifically for the index to be rolled out. So the labels are going to be put inside of it. Our label text needs to be label1 dot text, should be names with the value of a that we're pulling. So we already have this one. The point location, it's gonna be 20, but using a 10 factor plus the a value. So it becomes the 10. The next one will have another additional value for that one. So we should do times 50. Then on the label one dot size, we're going to remain with the same size. We didn't place any size on the first one, but for this case we're going to use a 400 by 20, thinking that the user always needs to have all of these elements on the same location. And because we're going to be calling it labels, we need to add a variable that it's going to hold all those labels. So this variable will have that value multiple times. Now doing the same thing with the combo boxes, it's going to be a little more complicated. So for a in range len, it's called CB list. We want to create a combo box for each one. For each b in a, which in this case it's going to be CB list a. So it will go each particular list separately. It's going to create a b value the combo dot name, we need to set it out because we want to find out which are the combos we're looking for. Point location needs to be this one times a multiplied by 50. Also bracelet and bracelets, so that it's going to be adding 50 numbers each time it's getting created like that. And we also need to add a combos, call it variable, so that all variables can go inside. Combos.append combo. So with that done, we have already the bottom. We're going to place it a little down here. Just want to be careful. Yeah, I think checking that I don't have any. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine as well. So we have the combos, we have the labels. Only thing remaining here is the adding of the labels and the combos. So I'm just going to move them up so they are on the same order. So let's do, if we want to add them all to the same function, we need to have for a in labels, we want to have the form add label, but in this case it's going to be the a, and the same thing for a in combos. So that it adds a label and a combo on the location that they are regarding. We need to modify the size because if it becomes bigger, it won't hold all the elements. So let's call it for these to be 120 plus the CBList len, because we want to know how many elements we have. CBLists times 50. So I will pull the 50s and it will go up to the end with the count of how many elements it holds. And the thing that it's missing just for this construction is that the function needs to give us all the selected items, because it's not only one combo that it's pulling from there. So for do that, we're going to call our results. Set around, we're going to call a list of values, which is it's a function from the form. Form 1, we want to find controls. So the construct is giving me, for the form, I want you to file all controls which has the combo as a name, so it's a true value. So that will pull all the combo's final results. And then for knowing which is the value, we're going to do for a in list of values results dot append a, because that's the combo box selected item, so that it's picking multiple values from that one to be results. So let's test it out, and if any errors come around, we will need to learn how to fix them. So I'm just going to save and review the testing.